Hi guys. In response to some of the COVID requirements that are coming out across the country, we're rolling out some functionality in Snowline that should help you. So what I'm going to show you here is primarily in response to the requirement that says everybody that comes up to participate in snow sports, they have to have signed a waiver that says they're not liable to be a COVID-19 uh, spreader. So you don't have to do anything. It's turned on automatically for every club. If you want, you can turn it off. I'll show you that at the end. But basically, here's how it works. I'm a coordinator, and what I've set up here is I just added 2 lessons quickly. And in the coordinators menu, where you've already been, under the lesson manager, there's now a new report at the bottom here, this COVID-19 affirmation report. So what this is a list of everybody, student and instructor, who's going to be on a lesson or on a course that day, and very simply whether or not they've completed their affirmation or not. So on my little example day, the student twins are out for some skiing, and Sammy did their affirmation and Sally didn't. So you're the coordinator, you're responsible for everything that's going on that day. You can pick your day and you can right away see who has and who hasn't done their affirmation. So what are your choices? Now we see that Sally hasn't done it and she's sitting there putting on her skis. And so you can quickly send an email to her dad that says, here's the link. Uh, Click the link and complete it. So that's gone out. And to take a quick look at what that email looks like. So it's gone to the dad or whoever the email person is on the profile. And here's what it looks like. They got Sally student COVID declaration, and it very simply says blah, blah, blah. Here's the link to the COVID declaration. If the student were to click that, then they get this here that you can read. And then they say, and it's done. So the COVID declaration is finished. If I were to look at that report again, now I can see that everything is done. So on a normal day, for example, if I just go back in time on a day that I was playing with a little bit, then this is what you might see. You'd see that there's some people on courses, there's some people on lessons, um, and who has and who has not signed their waiver. So let's take a look at it from the student's perspective. Reminders go out every day for the lesson in the upcoming lessons in the next day. And so as a part of that email now, there is a link to say open your declaration, because a declaration of health, let's say, is only valid for today and tomorrow. So if I sign it today, it's still good for tomorrow, but it's not going to be good for the day after. So the day before the lesson, they get this email, and then again, the same thing. They can click on the link, and then it logs them in, and it takes them straight to their declaration. They sign it, and they're done. Alternatively, when a student or an instructor logs into their profile and they've got an upcoming lesson, then it's going to remind them right here at the top that says you haven't done a declaration and you have an upcoming lesson. So again, shocker, takes them to takes them to this page. They sign it and they're waiver is done. So that's really the long and the short of it. I mean, there isn't really anything that anybody has to do. It's just that now any student or any instructor that's going to be on a lesson or that's going to be on a course now has to sign that waiver. The coordinator gets a list of everybody on the hill on a given day and whether or not the waiver is signed. Um, I've also given you a few reports that you can refer to see how you're doing. So under reports, members, there's all affirmations and compliance. So all affirmations is, Sally swears on a stack of Bibles that she did it. And so you can look in this for the student family because her name was student. And you can quickly see all the affirmations that they've done. And this tells you that the person's name who signed it was this. This is the date they signed it on. And so, for example, if they signed it on the 8th and they're coming to you on the 10th, you can just go here and you can say, yeah, well, you signed it a day early or something like that. So this is just a way to see everybody who's signed anything. Percent is always a wild card. You'd want to leave it blank, put in a percent sign, and you get everybody that I've been messing with. So the other report that you get is the compliance report, overall compliance, and you can see how your club is doing. So I'll go to the compliance and it just quickly crops out. There we go. So there was lessons, there was 2 participants on October 9th. I had 2 affirmations. They gave me 100% compliance. If I was a division, then I would see all of the clubs. I'd see the club compliance and then the overall compliance for my division or for national you see across the country for compliance. So that's it. If you have any questions, always feel free to call me, or if things don't work as advertised, for sure let me know. Thanks.